Fine, are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sister. Happy Thaipusam.
Happy
Um,
Thanksgiving.
uh, Today, we are going to see the second part of 24/1/1970, Avyakt Murli, part 2. So, here Baba asks, do you experience yourself to be moving forward day by day or moving in a reverse way? So, if you think you have time, you still have time so that you can make effort later, then you should understand that um, if you attain the complete perfect stage before the time, only then you will be able to earn hundredfold.
Uh,
So don't think you can attain that stage when the time comes, because if it happens, then your stage will fluctuate according to the time. So, and you will have to leave the body and you will have to play another part in another body. So, you will not have enough time to do Avyakt Seva. Because only by doing Avyakt Seva, you can earn hundredfold. That's
yes.
something impossible with other Sevas. So, Baba says, only when you are in this body, you have this opportunity,
Mhm.
or else you will have no opportunity. Kumaris, compared to matas, married women, can run faster physically. Likewise, you can also run faster here because you don't have any bondage. If you come first in this race of remembrance, you will come close to Brahma Baba in Satyug. So your aim should be so high to become complete and become equal to Brahma Baba. For that, your effort should also be full. You should not put half effort, quarter effort. You have to put your full effort to claim the full inheritance from Bab Dada. So, complete effort means to be complete in all aspects, in all powers, in all divine qualities, in everything you should be. Not a single power should be not complete, because this is the time to fill yourself with that. All you need to do to fill yourself and to become complete is just to be in remembrance of Baba. How can that be difficult? To remember someone after you know him. If you are asked to remember someone you don't know, maybe that's difficult. But you have been doing that for 2500 years without knowing about God. All religions, they remember God. Even without knowing, they remember God. So now you know about God fully. So what's difficult for you to remember God now? So because Baba has given his knowledge fully, and now not only you should remember Baba, but also you should convert knowledge into the form of light and might, or else what is the use of this knowledge if you can't make use of it practically? So
We have
Baba
to
has
convert the
given,
light into might and give it to
yeah,
others.
yes. So that's the reason Baba has given this weapon of knowledge to destroy Maya and to make others destroy Maya. If you are unable to do it, then how can you call yourself as someone who is receiving knowledge directly from God.
Baba's child
Because
has the same role.
yeah, yeah, everybody falls into vices. You also fall into vices. Then what's the point of receiving this knowledge? Then you can't call yourself to be the knowledgeful soul, jnani soul. You can't call yourself like that. So only here, knowing means doing. Everywhere else, knowing is different from doing.
Mm.
Because if you take any religion, any religious scriptures, they are listening to Mahabharat stories without the aim of becoming Narayan themselves. They are just saying as if it's happening to
Just
somebody else.
knowing the story like
Yeah.
that.
Now you have to become that. Only in Brahma Kumaris, this magical thing happens that by the end of having attained this knowledge, you yourself blossom into a flower filled with fragrant knowledge. So, knowledge means it should be able to create that form. Only then it can be called the knowledge. Now you are receiving godly knowledge. So, what form should you create with this? The stage of God, godly stage, divine stage, equal to God in terms of love, peace, knowledge, purity, everything, mercy. So, you have become God's child, you are receiving God's knowledge, then why is it difficult for you to adapt godly form? Because here theory and practical goes hand in hand. What you listen, you become. This is not just a theory. The moment you listen, you become that at the time of listening itself. So when you imbibe that, it automatically comes into action. And Baba says, you are a peaceful soul, you are becoming peaceful. So that's the reason whenever we listen to Murli, we experience that stage while listening that. But you can't say that. But you can't say that with religious scriptures. When you read that, you don't become that. But maybe while watching Ramayana, only after receiving this knowledge, or else you won't become that. When you just watch Ramayana as just a serial, no change is going to happen. It's just
Just
one
a
more serial.
story like that.
Yeah, it's a story. But after knowing this knowledge, we apply that knowledge in watching that. So it helps us to be in that stage.
Improve, improve
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah. So because that helps us in imbibing this knowledge deeply. So that comes into action. The more we relate this knowledge by comparing it with Mahabharata and Ramayana, saying 1,000 times that Ram renounce his property of kingdom with a smiling face, the moment you encounter that situation, it is going to be easy for you
Yeah, correct.
to experience that stage. So that's the thing. So you need to do whatever it takes to imbibe that. So it automatically comes into action. So you have to, uh, every time we see a movie, we relate the hero to with us. So that's how
Yes.
people become devilish because hero is a devil there. He shouts, he's full of lust. So on seeing that, automatically people will become like that. And nowadays, people are more interested in imbibing the qualities of villain too.
Yes.
Yeah. But here, when you repeatedly listen to something that's very positive,
Mm.
so that reveals the quality of Sanatan Dharam, obviously it's going to be very easy for us to Become that. That's dharana. Dharana means merging that aspect deep in our intellect.
Mm.
That when intellect imbibes that, then it will automatically order your physical organs to follow that. So every time Baba says, consider yourself to be soul, see each other as soul, and every time we churn that knowledge, then automatically your intellect will order your eye to focus
To
in
be
between the eyebrows and not anywhere else. So that's the reason we have to imbibe it the moment we listen to it. Because we are the children of knowledgeful Father, then we should move along considering ourselves to be the light and might of godly knowledge. Consider yourself as a moving light, as a moving might, which spreads its mighty waves wherever we goes. So, so don't think you're just listening to it. You are imbibing it.
Mm.
Or else, what's the reason? That's why Baba in one Murli says, if somebody is not becoming pure, even after taking knowledge for months, stop giving them Murli because it's not making any impact on him. So why should we waste that Murli on him? Send it to somebody else. So that's a warning from Baba because in the end we'll not be getting Murli. It says the time is over for us. What have you been doing so far without imbibing that? So at that point, if you shake in fear, Baba says, I have taught you enough for years, for 100 years. What were you doing? And now it's the internet age. We get everything in our fingertips. So what else do we need? So those who come in the end, they are the luckiest ones because they get everything ready made. So it's not only enough to eat the food, but also it need to be digested for you to get energy. Likewise, not only you need to listen to this, but also you need to imbibe this. That's the digesting this knowledge. So is it possible that being the children of Almighty Authority Father that you can't do anything? There shouldn't be anything that you cannot do. If it is something other than streamer, then you don't do it. That's it. But other than that, nothing is impossible for the children of the Almighty Authority Father. So if you can't do something in terms of self improvement or in terms of service, it means you are bringing disgrace to Father's
Yes.
name. You are defaming Father's name. So you should always have the aim that you need to be the example for others while performing any action, whether you are cooking, cleaning the house, giving the lecture, giving this knowledge to others. Whatever you do, you should be the example for others. Whether somebody is watching you or not, everything gets recorded. Baba says he will show it to others so that they will decide themselves whether or not they are eligible to enter heaven, whether or not you are eligible to become Narayan or Lakshmi. So you should have that aim. So don't wait for the time to become complete. You have to become an example of becoming perfect before the time. So everybody wants to see Lakshmi and Narayan before the destruction, not during destruction. So Brahma Baba became an example, right? So why can't you? He is your father. If you are the children of Brahma, obviously you can also do that. So in blessing, Baba says, with the foundation of faith, remain carefree by reaching the perfect stage. So you should have the faith. Faith is the foundation of Brahmin life. If you don't have faith that Baba is teaching you, God is teaching you, you can't follow this. If you don't have faith that you were the Lakshmi and Narayan in the beginning, then you wouldn't want to conquer five vices, especially lust. So faith is the foundation of Brahmin life. With that, be careful. And also, you know that you are under the uh, direct sustenance of God. So nothing can happen to you. So why should you bother? You should always be carefree about what will happen next. Baba is there for us to take care of us. So if this foundation is not strong, then you can't attain perfect stage. But if this is strong, that is the faith. If the faith is very strong, then it is guaranteed you can easily and quickly reach perfect stage. It all depends on faith. If I can't do it, who can do it? Ask this question, Baba says. So, those who have accurate faith, they always remain carefree. They don't worry about tomorrow or day after tomorrow or what will happen if I leave this body, who will take care of my wife or children. He'll be carefree because Baba is there to take care of me. Obviously, he will take care of those children also because they are, after all, not my children. They are his children. People, they have strong in taking care of their child because they are the grandparents. So they think, Dad, if I die, please take care of my child like you took care of me. When you have that faith towards your father, who is about to die anytime soon, because he is already in his 60s and 70s, still you have faith in him. But God is beyond death. He's going to be here. He's going to take everybody with him. Then what's the need for worrying? It means you don't have faith in him. Or else you wouldn't bother at all. Because this Satyug is called the land of happiness. But God says that happiness is nothing in front of the happiness that you experience in confluence age. Because you are in the lap of God.
Will be very light feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, give everything to Baba. Surrender yourself. You don't have anything to worry about. That is surrender. Only when you hide something, considering that to be yours, then obviously you'll be worried about it, constantly thinking about it. So that is going to fail you at the end. That's the reason Baba asks you to surrender yourself completely to God. So, how to have accurate faith? To be soul conscious. Know that you are a soul, accept that you are a soul, and move accordingly. Just consider yourself to be a point of light while interacting with others. Then you will also be watching others as a soul. Then there is no question of having lust or anger, greed, attachment, nothing, because you are a soul. You don't have a body to grab anything. You are ready to enter Satyug, Sri Lakshmi Narayan's body. So you need to act in every second with that in your mind. And also, you need to know the Father accurately as He is and in which form He is playing His part. So, I am His child. When you have such faith, your victory is guaranteed. Because Baba says that you should consider yourself to be the uh, victory, jewel of victory. So you can never be defeated. One, you are not from this kalpa. You are coming from the previous kalpa where you have already conquered everything. Just when you have that thought, you will see yourself filled with that power. Then, and you are the son of the Almighty Authority. Or you can also consider yourself to be the wife of Almighty Authority. Either way, you will see yourself filled with power. So, when you have such faith, your victory is guaranteed. In slogan, Baba says, only those who donate their time of this conscious age, happiness, and desire of attainment to everyone, they are the real donors. So they are not spending their time for themselves. So they are donating time, they are donating happiness, they are donating the attainment to everybody. So they are the real donors. Brahma Baba, he spends the time for his own effort to give such power to others. So that's the reason he is called the great donor and he is the number one soul. And also there are 8 points. We have seen the first point already. The second point, Baba says, even in Laukik family, if somebody is returning from work or business, so they feel relaxed when they reach home. Likewise, Madhuban is your home, right? In this world, in this physical world, our true home is Madhuban. Our physical home is just a service center. We are there for the service. That's not our home. Our home is Madhuban, Rajasthan, Mount Abu. So likewise, when you go there, you are feeling that peace, comfort, and rest. You may go outside for service, but take this experience of rest with you so that no matter how big the task you perform, you will still feel comfort and peace despite doing the biggest task. You just remember your home, Madhuban, the time you spent at Madhuban. And
We'll
also,
experience the happiness also.
yeah, you'll get everything peace, happiness, comfort. So, and also you will be longing to go back to Madhuban. And you can also consider subtle world like that. That's also our home. And also we can consider the soul world, which is also our home, true home, soul for home for the souls. And also you can consider Satyug to be your home. So no matter where you think, you will feel peace and blissfulness. So when you are in that joyful mood, you no longer consider any work to be hard. It will be like a game for you. Not only that, you will be filled with power that environment will not have any impact on you. Instead, you will create the impact on the environment. You will make the environment powerful, no matter how it is. Usually, if the environment is filled with sorrow, you will become sorrow as well. But here, no matter how the environment is, you should have a great impact on that, that even it becomes peaceful and powerful. Because you are the son of the Almighty Authority, how can situation be more powerful than you? There is only one reason for that. That is because you are forgetting your own power. You are forgetting that you are the child of the Almighty Authority Father. You no longer consider yourself to be the Master Sarvashaktivan. So that's the reason you get influenced by the situation, problem. So the moment you remember that you are the Master Almighty Authority, Master Sarvashaktivan, you will be filled with the power that nothing that happens around you will have any impact on you. And Baba is giving a very good example that although patients are treated by doctors, doctors used to touch a patient to check his pulse, but still he is not affected by the disease. Likewise, you should be the one who is going to create the atmosphere. Atmosphere should not create you. You should not be influenced by the atmosphere. You should be the creator of the atmosphere. Wherever you go, you are spreading peace and blissfulness all the time. So that's an amazing point. And the third point, Baba is saying about the Yugal couple, married couple who became Baba's children. Baba is asking, do you consider yourself to be a single soul, although you are a couple? Because you are no longer a couple, you are no longer a husband or wife for a physical person. You are a wife of
Almighty Authority.
Almighty Authority, the bodiless, incorporeal one. So, if you want to have relationship with somebody, have relationship only with Baba, nobody else. So you have only two relationships, one with the father and with the other children, which means they are your brothers. You have no other relationship. That's it. So you have to establish all other relationships only with God. Let him be your father, mother, brother, sister, friend, uh, grandpa, grandchild, whatever it is. So only two. One, I'm a soul. Two, he is my father, supreme soul. That's it. So this is the highest stage. When you are constantly in remembrance of just this, that is considered to be the highest stage. And whatever you see, whatever else you see, you should have the habit of seeing, not seeing while seeing, not listening while listening. Wherever you see, you should be able to see only that one Father. Whatever you want to speak with, speak only with Baba, with nobody else. He is always there to listen to whatever you want to speak. So this is an easy tactic to be in remembrance, to become pure, to reach perfect stage easily.
To conquer Maya also.
Yeah, to conquer Maya also. Yeah, that's what she says. This is the only way to conquer Maya. Nowhere else, no other way. Those who conquer Maya, they become the conqueror of the world, heaven. Moreover, Baba is asking you to have all relationship with the one who has the purest form of love that you can never receive from anybody throughout the kalpa. Only God can give that. So always bear in mind that I'm receiving such divine love, selfless love directly from God. So this is something nobody can give you and nobody can receive it also. Only you can receive it. Remember that. Be intoxicated with that. I have attained something that even Sadhu Sant, they can't receive. We are seeing 40 crore people taking dip in Mahakumbh Mela, but they don't take even a drop of God's love. But I'm immersing myself in the ocean of love. So always have this faith and intoxication. So this is also very powerful point. And the fourth point, Baba is speaking with Delhi people, residents of Delhi. In India, Delhi is the capital. So first, you make sure every single person in Delhi receives this knowledge. Only then it will attain the rest of Bharat. So you should become responsible for this. Time is very less, but the amount of service is so huge. Bear this in mind and do service at a very fast speed. Only then you can make sure everybody receives this message, because you are making someone to be ever wealthy is not a simple or ordinary task. This is being the greatest donor. So nothing can be as great as this donation of knowledge. So when your donation is great, obviously the reward for that will also be greater. You will attain the highest status for this. So keep Baba with you forever. When Maya sees that you are with Baba, it will run away. Only when it finds you alone that it will have that courage to approach you, to attack you. Just like nowadays, we see dogs, street dogs, they attack children when they are alone. But when it is with parents, it
Don't
wouldn't dare
attack.
to come near them. So is the case with Maya as well, because our Father is the Almighty Authority. So it knows when you are not in remembrance of Baba. Only then you have no cover. So Maya will easily attack you. Just as people take fire with them during hunting so that animals don't dare to come near them. Likewise, If you want to keep Maya away all the time, always have the fire of remembrance with you. Always have the fire of service with you. Then automatically Maya will not come towards you, and also you will automatically be filled with power.
Mm.
So nothing can stop you from being successful. So it's an amazing point too. And now Baba says for the old mothers, Baba loves them a lot because they are the ones who suffered the most and become so
Mm.
tired. So Baba has more love for them. But it is not enough just Baba loves the children. Children should also keep that much love on the father.
Mm.
No matter where you are, you may be bedridden.
Mm.
Usually, old mothers, they will have some diseases. You may be bedridden. But still, if you become successful in having constant remembrance, you can easily come in advance. You
Mm.
can easily claim the highest status. It all depends on the amount of time you spend in remembrance of Baba. The more you are in the pilgrimage of remembrance, the more your mind will become pure. The more you keep yourself busy in giving this knowledge to many people, the more you come close to being perfect. Because you are saying this to everybody all the time, that you will also, your attention will automatically be drawn to becoming perfect because you are constantly saying everybody to become perfect. So whatever you say to others, obviously you will also become like that. So that's why Baba says service is the lift.
Mm.
So remembrance and service, they are the double lock that keeps Maya away all the time. So keep yourself busy in this all the time. And being in service all the time is actually a bondage, which is a sweet bondage, because that frees you from other bondage with physical relations.
Mm.
So, which is nice. So now you are bonded with Baba. That sweet bondage will free you from other bondages. This sweet bondage is something that you will never get again. And in the sixth point, Baba says, it is by doing uh, greater tasks that you become greater and you attain greater status. So, by doing great work, that is by giving this knowledge, by having good wishes for others, so uh, both your present time and your future becomes great. And Baba says about Ahmedabad being the center of Seva or the seed of all centers. So, seed has the greatest strength.
Mm.
People are sleeping in the sleep of ignorance, Kumbhakaran sleep.
Mm.
So, make sure you wake them up. Kumaris, unmarried girls, they can make wonders but you need to have that much power. How do you have that? By keeping your mind always being be attached to Baba and nobody else. So that's the only way uh, to be that. So you should have that much effort, uh, that much power. You should have that much power.
Can do service faster.
Yeah. Um, Kumaris, they can make the intense effort for self improvement and also for service.
Mhm.
Let's see who is going to be at the front, whether it's Kumaris or Kumars. That should be the competition between the two. So even in Mahabharat, they show five Pandavas and one Draupadi, which means one Kumari is equal to five Pandavas. They have that much power because Draupadi is the instrument for Mahabharat war.
Mhm.
When you remember this memoir, you will never forget your strength. This is not the first time you are becoming Pandavas. You have been Pandavas, successful Pandavas, Kalpa after Kalpa. When you remember this, you will never forget that. You will never forget Baba as well. Even in the last Kalpa, we are the ones who conquered this victory.
Mhm.
Even now, we are going to win. Have this intoxication and faith because we are the ones who have the right over the father's property, full property. When you remember this all the time, then your mind will not fluctuate. Only when you are in remembrance of one, your mind will be constant. So that's the reason Baba says, no matter what happens, come with me and be in remembrance of me. Don't worry about anything what happens in this physical world because you are dead to that world. Because here, no matter what happens, you have to be at peace. That's the test paper, whether you are able to be that. And the seventh point, uh, so Brahma Baba, so this is 1 year after Brahma Baba became Avyakt, 1970, 1969, he became Avyakt. So now do you experience that Brahma Baba is with you in every service in Avyakt form? Because Baba has promised that every second I will be with the loving soul all the time. Do you experience that? Just he changed his form, but not his promise.
Mhm.
He is continuing with the same task that he was doing in his physical form. So Baba says this is the very important point in this Murli. Baba says, I am protecting my children by my vision. So Baba's vision, it serves as the uh, umbrella of protection.
Mhm.
When you are under that, you are safe. Only when you are attracted by something external to that, like uh, Sita got attracted, enticed by that golden deer, then you are not protected. Make sure you are always be in remembrance of Bab Dada. Then automatically he will be protecting you. So do you remember that? You should have the practice of climbing the ladder to the subtle world, climbing down to the physical world every now and then.
mm,
1 second in the subtle world, the next second here, the next second there. When you have this practice perfectly,
mm,
then they no longer find any difference between the subtle world and this physical world. Even their remembrance, their vision will change like that, which means they will see each other as angels, farista, instead of physical human being.
mm,
So that's the reason Baba asks us to come there all the time, be there, so that you will also look at each other just like that. So, which is also a very powerful point. And now we are going to see the last point, which is very important. Baba says, "Are you ever ready?"
mm,
Because um, you may be having bondage, physical bondage or bodily bondage. Maybe you have some disease, but that cannot restrain you because Baba has shown in trance that he has made birds fly there. Likewise, every soul is a bird. It can fly whenever it wants, but that is possible when you have enough practice. When you become the flying bird, only then you will be able to make others fly in a second. But to reach that stage, it takes time and effort. So make sure you are practicing that every now and then. Baba asks, how long do you spend your time in subtle world with Brahma Baba?
mm,
Because no matter where you are, you may be in Delhi, Mumbai, America, Africa, wherever you are, when you spend more time in subtle world, you will feel as if you belong to the subtle world, not to this world, not to America or Africa or America or Chennai, Delhi or India. So you will consider yourself to belong to the subtle world. Not only that, you have no choice but to become the resident of the subtle world. You have no choice. Baba asks whether you want to emerge subtle world in this physical world or you yourself become the resident of the subtle world and experience Baba with you. You can
mm,
experience both ways.
mm,
Are you emerging subtle Brahma Baba here, or you consider yourself to be the subtle being
mm,
and be there along with him all the time? So when you have this practice, even though you are in this physical earth, you will experience this to be
stage.
the subtle world. And Baba says, Baba, always consider yourself to be the subtle being.
Mm,
No matter who calls, Baba can help you while being in the subtle form with this subtle environment. So when that's possible for Baba, that's possible for us too. So even when you are in this physical form, you can receive help from the Avyakt form, from Avyakt Bab Dada. That's why Baba asks you to spend more time being a farista. The more you spend your time being a farista in the subtle world, then you will feel as if you have brought down the subtle world to the earth.
mm,
That you will always feel light no matter what happens. Because you start believing you are already dead. You don't consider anybody in your family to be yours. So you will feel light. So this is such an uh, very powerful point. Because that's our aim, to be light all the time,
mm,
double light. So you no longer differentiate between the subtle world and physical world. And you will no longer differentiate between the perfect stage and the present stage. Although Baba comes to Babdada Milan with the Avyakt form, with the Avyakt stage,
mm,
so he doesn't consider this to be the physical world anymore.
mm,
For him, this is also a subtle world. Likewise, if you spend more time there, you will also consider this physical world to be the subtle world. Or you will consider that subtle world to be the physical world.
the physical
You consider yourself to be living there all the time.
one.
And also, you will feel that your perfect stage is near. You have come
Mm,
close to that perfect stage. Just to give this experience, Baba himself has come. So, likewise, you should also give the same Avyakt experience to other souls,
mm,
whether they are BK or non BK. They should feel that they are speaking to Farista while they are speaking with you.
mm.
Have that aim
They will
while
experience
interacting
that.
with others. Yes. They should not consider yourself to be ordinary. For that, you should not consider yourself to be ordinary. Only then they will feel that. Only then, only when you become perfect in becoming Avyakt Farista, you can go to your kingdom along with Brahma Baba.
Mm,
For that, you should always have the perfect Farista stage in one eye and the status of Lakshmi Narayan in another eye all the time. You should have this same. So you should always see the subtle world and heaven all the time. So when you practice this all the time, it will appear right in front of you as you are seeing something in this physical world in front of you. Just like I'm seeing my hand in front of me, like that you will see that. You will see that heaven, you will see that subtle faristas.
mm,
So you should be able to see the child Krishna and also your perfect farista stage. You should be able to see both.
mm,
So I'm going to become farista and then I will be born as Sri Krishna. Do you have that remembrance? When you have that remembrance, your future will be crystal clear in front of you as if you are seeing something physical in front of you.
mm,
So, to the extent you are seeing this Farista life in front of you, to that extent you will also be able to see that status of king or queen in
mm,
Satyug in front of you. Even now, some people have remembrance of their past life. Likewise, because they precisely remember what happened in their past birth. Like Shanti Devi, there are many like that. T2 Singer, Suresh Verma, many people are like that. Likewise, your future birth will be that much in your remembrance, as if you are already that.
Mm.
So that's something. And also, if somebody dies in our family, for weeks or even for months, they will constantly come in our dreams to the extent that we will feel that they are not dead. We will every now and then become confused whether they are really dead or not. Whether I believe that they have died, but they haven't. Likewise, you will be going to uh, Farista and the Golden Age every now and then, and it will be very clear that I will become like this in the future. Not only that, your future sanskar will also emerge. Even that will not be hidden. Everything will be crystal clear. Not only you, even others can experience you to have come from heaven. So this is such a Murli, and it's a big Murli. We take 9 classes in Tamil to complete this, but luckily we have completed it in 2 classes in English. So go through it every now and then. It's such a precious Murli. And we will constantly be doing Tamil, English, Hindi, Avyakt Murlis in the same channel. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, so that you don't miss on any Murli, because this is very important. This is very instrumental in making us complete. So that's why in all centers, including Madhuban, they have this practice of reading at least one Avyakt Murli daily. It is only when we read this constantly that we will constantly be aware of this. We will no longer make trivial mistakes, and we can conquer those 5 vices and body consciousness and become fully soul conscious. Om Shanti. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sister. Om
Thank you
Shanti.
so much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister.